Hello, my name is Yash, and this will be a lesson on writing molecular compounds. So all you need for this lesson is a periodic table. We have one right here. So a good example of this will be me doing the first problem. So sulfur dioxide. Now for this lesson, we'll need to know this piece of information over here. Mono equals 1, di equals 2, tri equals 3, tetra equals 4, penta equals 5, and hexa equals 6. This is useful for the subscript of the second and first, the elements of the compound. So for the first element, if it's just 1, there's no di, tri, tetra, penta, or hexa. Like this example, you do not need to use mono. So for example, NaCl or table salt doesn't use mono. It is actually sodium monochloride, and that's just, it only uses it for the second element, not for the first. So you just said sodium monochloride, not monosodium monochloride. So for this example, it's just going to be sulfur. And this is going to be dioxide. So the reason it's dioxide is this is D, this is 2. Okay? So it'll be the subscript of whatever this is. And the rest of it is oxide. Now, for the second element, it always uses the IDE ending. So for example, oxide over here is a IDE ending of the word oxygen. For most of these, you need to memorize them, but they can also seem pretty familiar, so it wouldn't be too hard to memorize. Okay, so sulfur is right here on the periodic table, so we can write S, and oxide is right here on the periodic table, so we can write O, and it's O2, so it's SO2. That's our final answer for sulfur dioxide. Okay, now that we've done a problem together, I'm going to be doing it a bit faster. So this is carbon. So this cannot be monocarbon because it's not the first, it's the first element of the series. So it will just be carbon, which is C on the periodic table. So we take C. Now we have tetrafluoride. Tetra is equal to 4, we know that. So the subscript has to be 4. We also know that this is fluoride. So fluoride is the IDE ending, but it sounds a lot like fluorine, and I know that it's fluorine. So that's F. So it's CF4. So that's our final answer, CF4. Now this is diboron hexahydride. Okay, so diboron, boron is over here. It's B. Now di equals 2 in this element. The subscript is 2. Now hexa equals 6, so the second subscript will be 6. And hydride is the version of hydrogen that uses the IDE ending. So it's going to be B2 H6. Now for our final one. This is going to be di too. So it's going to be di-arsenic. So we have to look up arsenic on the periodic table. It is right here. So arsenic is AS. So we will write AS. Di is 2. So we'll write 2. Penta is 5. Over here it says 5. So we will know that this has a subscript of 5. And this is fluoride. We've already discussed that fluoride has a elemental F as its symbol, so it's F5. So if I wrote it again, it would be AS2 F5 as the final answer.